Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the GTR Player Podcast. We're here with a brand new episode and with two very special guests. We've got Fayez and Ibrahim here today with us from Sydney, New South Wales. Gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having us on, Benz.
Thanks for having us, Benz.
Yeah, no problems whatsoever. So we're here to talk about a player's journey, and we're going to get stuck into exactly how you both got into Kill Team. Before we do, this is a community podcast, and we've got a brand new pocket of community that's opened up in the north. And a massive shout out to my mate, Brother Bear, who's kicked off with a group of merry men down there, the Newcastle Kill Team crew. They've found themselves a brand new home over at Brady's Board Game and Hobby in Warners Bay, Newcastle. Massive shout out to those guys. They meet up on the week. During the week on Thursdays from 5 p.m. Great venue. If you've had a look at some of the photos or go check them out, you'll see it's more like a cafe style environment, and the guys are running a league there. It's absolutely phenomenal. So go check out Brady's and say hello to the Newcastle Kill Team crew, gang. But back to you, gentlemen. Tell me, but even before you got hooked on Kill Team, right? You guys were playing some serious nerd level board games, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm just sitting here staring at my shelf of shame with 160 board games sitting there, and quite a few of them are still in shrink. But that obsession probably started a good 10, 15 years ago.
Wow.
And I think I still remember I got some sort of marketing email on a Friday afternoon at work, and I decided to click through and start browsing through it. And I hadn't played board games since I was a child, and there was a few games that just tickled my fancy, and I said, you know what, I'll buy some. Ibrahim and my other brothers would have been really young at the time, so I would have forced them to play with me. But
I think I remember our first board game. You bought us Risk, Lord of the Rings.
That's right.
And we were literal children. Like I was less than 10. If you want to tell Benz the story.
I don't think we ever finished a game, Ibrahim, because you kept on rolling snake eyes and you flipped the table.
I was 10. But yeah, it's right.
We never played again.
Well, the nature of Risk, right? I had a whole fleet of units going into you, and then I'd roll 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I mean, sometimes we see it in Kill Team, but it's always great when you're on the other side of that. Yeah.
Nothing's changed. He's still rolling ones and flipping tables. Ibrahim just came second at KTSO with Mandrakes. So he's not into rolling ones. He's into getting behind you and backstabbing.
I want you guys to roll sixes, actually.
This is a true story.
I want you to roll sixes.
Yeah. This is a true story. This is a true story. So it went from board games and almost, recruiting the youth, right? Player else kind of thing. Where did it get to?
So I have dabbled in a few other kind of tabletop miniature / war games. So I played a bit of A Song of Ice and Fire, so the Game of Thrones miniatures board game by Simon, because I'm a huge fan of that IP. I played the card game for a very long time. So when they released the miniature game, me and a few of my mates pretty much went all in on the Kickstarter. And then unfortunately, there wasn't a lot of support for the game in Australia. So it was very hard to get the new units. There was no kind of competitive scene or anything like that. So the game kind of fizzled out and kind of parked playing miniature games for a while. And then we had that fateful meeting, Benz, at Allen Park in Greenacre on a cold Sunday morning. And I think our daughters are playing soccer, and I think our wives were just having a bit of a chat, and something came up about Warhammers, as they refer to it. And I remember my wife just saying, "Oh yeah, my husband's into that nerd stuff as well." And you must have been about 50 or 60 meters down the path. You stopped mid-stride. you turned around, you had this giant smile on your face, and you just marched straight towards me. It's like,
It's fate, man.
are you into Warhammer? And like at the time, I'm into like, you know, the IP, the video games. You know, I was kind of interested in it, but I was always too intimidated to jump in. So I'd go down to the CanCon in Canberra every year for board gaming, and I'd see entire exhibition halls filled with people playing, I think, Warhammer 40k, like the proper heavy stuff. And then you see that, it's like, man, where do I even start?
So Fayez, you know where you started? You started by buying myself and your other brother's Battle for McCraig starter set.
I was an enabler.
He didn't buy any Warhammer for himself. He was like 20 something. I'm like some, you know, again 10-year. I don't know. Battle for McCraig. How many years ago was that, Bands? Like the starter set. We're talking Marines and
2005, 2006.
Yeah, bro. I was year 6, man. I was 11. And you brought home this set, and you said, "Here you go, boys. Happy birthday. This is our older brother." And we didn't know what to do with it. I painted them like toffee apples, and then you know, that's it. That was the end of our Warhammer journey until recently.
I'm literally in tears here. In tears. This is gold.
Yeah. I think what was missing Ibrahim at the time is I think the box just came with miniatures and like a one-page rules. So,
it came with miniatures and some scatter terrain. I remember. Yeah, and I also painted them horribly.
And the rules weren't very clear, and we didn't know anybody else that like obviously knew the game that could introduce us. So it kind of fizzled. And then obviously I was a newlywed, and I don't think my wife appreciated me going to play with my 10-year-old brothers and roll some dice. So at the time, so
this is gold.
It was good though. I'm just thinking back, and I can't remember. Was Hero Quest Games Workshop?
Yeah, well, Hero Quest I think was Milton Bradley.
But it was
their IP. It was their IP. It was sort of like Robotech and BattleTech.
So I remember begging my parents when I was a kid for Hero Quest, you know, broadsword and all that, and I got it. And at the time, my brothers weren't even born, so I had my 2 younger sisters, and this seems to be like a recurring theme.
Sounds really old.
I forced I would have been 10 or 11, and my sisters would have been 4 or 5, and I forced them to play Hero Quest with me, and they had no idea what's going on. So there seems to be a lot of repressed energy for me to want to get into miniature gaming, but I just never found the right crew of
Stars
people.
never aligned, Fayez. Stars never aligned until you met Vance.
Right. I remember that day I was high off some serious purchases at the combat company buy swap sell, and I'm walking into soccer going, this day couldn't get any better. I've got a boot full of stuff. Massive shout out to the guys at the combat company, Steve, Nathan, Kashan, X. It was just absolutely amazing. And anyway, I've walked in, I'm like, you know, the sun's shining, I'm walking to a beat, you know, and then I hear my wife say, yeah, he was just at a Warhammer shop. And then your wife literally saying, oh, my husband's into that. And Fayez, we'd seen each other maybe 3 or 4 times prior.
And we haven't even said a word.
It was just a nod. It was just the wave, you know, the polite thing. And all of a sudden, I'd found more of my people.
Yeah.
Slide the line for you, and we spoke, and then you said you've got brothers that play, and I'm just like, I've hit the jackpot here.
Yeah. Well, I think what happened that morning, got home, created a WhatsApp group called Kill Team Hype Squad, added all my brothers, added old mate David, because he's an enabler as well, like me, and before we knew it, David had like 6 teams. Like, I don't know where from. He goes, I've been collecting kill teams for a while, and he just hadn't told anyone. This was before we even mentioned that there's a local crew.
And then I think I bought my team, and then Fayez was like, "Oh, well, I guess we're doing this."
Bands invited us for a learn to play.
Oh, that's right.
Did you come? Or was it David?
Yeah,
I came.
It
was at HR Games. I think you ran. You ran the learn to play for us. I think you gave us the rookie rules. You gave us the intercessors.
I wasn't there for that one. I think I came to Banz's place.
I still get confused. I still think, you know, the intercessors have that special ability where they can block 2 dice or something like that. That's baked in, and I always have to check to make sure that that's not a standard rule. But yeah, we played that game. Then we went home, started looking at all the different teams. I picked Cassican because, Cadia fell before the guard and whatnot. I really loved the theme of that. And then Ibrahim picked that negative play experience team, the Mandrakes. And I'll be honest with you, Bans, I almost quit after my first game. I go to him, this is not fun. Because it's just literally, you can't do anything that your team abilities say you can do because my team says no. But I learnt to kind of get over that. Right, Ibrahim? You look sad, Ibrahim. Why are you sad? It's a negative play experience.
It's not negative, man.
It's not fun to play against.
Listen, it's just, it's. Yeah.
Bro, what happened to you when you were playing
very
the
fun team to
and
pilot,
you went into the elite team, and you literally told me this is not fun, and I was like, this is how it feels to be on the opposite end.
Yeah. And I didn't really enjoy Goremongers. Just played a few matches with them, and I think I ran into in one league. Vans, we have 6 rounds in a league.
Yeah.
In half of the league, 3 rounds, I ran into Nemesis Claw. Goremongers into Nemesis Claw. Like, it was not fun. So I've put them on the shelf, unpainted.
No bueno.
Yeah. Maybe I'll look at them again sometime.
You should, just for the diversity of the game, right? Pick them up and just have a casual game with them.
Yeah.
Literally.
Ibrahim doesn't play for casual games. He plays to win.
No, I actually don't.
We didn't hear the end of it for about a week that he came second at KTSO.
Hey, I was riding that high. I was riding that high for at least 2 weeks. At least
that
2
was
weeks.
well deserved.
It is.
That was. Hey, I saw you being a proud older brother and taking a video of him when he came up to get his prize, right?
Let me tell you, Ben.
I asked him
to take a video. But can I just say, right?
Yeah.
I love my wife. This is a disclaimer, right? So, had I come home after a 2-day tournament empty-handed, after 9 till 7 p.m., 2 days on the weekend, and I come home and say, hey, babe, I came 50th, I think she wouldn't have been as, what's the word? As forgiving as she was when I came home and said, hey, I came second and I won this amazing prize, and she was happy. She couldn't get upset with me at that point.
That's not the story you told me, Ibrahim, but
that's the story.
We'll leave that for an offline discussion.
Oh, this is absolute gold. So, Fayez, you started off with which team did you start off with again?
Cassican.
That's
in
right.
the previous edition, because I love the theme of them, and I remember you trying to convince me to go Chaos, but I just couldn't.
Hey, look, people
at the beginning.
People make mistakes. It's okay. Like, that's what life's all about.
To be fair, the most fun I've had with the team is the Legionaries, which I played in the previous league and at KTSO. But I don't know if that's because they're Chaos or if because they're an elite team. Because prior to that,
Chaos.
No bias at all. Because I'd been playing the Horde team. So I played Cassican and then Corsair Void Scarred, and they just seem like they need a lot of brain power. And if you're rushing to the league match after work and you're a bit frazzled and you're a new player, they're a bit difficult, I think, to pilot.
In this league, you're running Blooded, though. How are you finding that with the veteran?
Look, I've got 18 months of experience under my belt, so I'm hoping play a little bit better with them. So I can work around elite teams and whatnot. So, yes, I see the appeal, but I can't help myself. If I'm attracted to the theme of a team, I just have to play it. So that's why I liked the Blooded. I'm a big fan of Darktide. They just remind me of the enemies that you're fighting in there. And I'm like, they just sound sick. Let's give them a shot. Anything to do with theme and flavor, I'm a sucker for it. Like in the Blooded, the sniper has his special ability, a name whispered in blood. Just the name of that ability, I didn't even know what it did. When I read that, I'm like, all right, cool. I need to play this guy. It hasn't procced once in the 4 or 5 games I've played with Blooded, but it's still a cool ability.
It's there should you ever need it.
Yeah.
Or when it happens, when the time comes, it's like meant to be.
Well, it requires you to plan ahead because you need, at the end of the ready operative step, you pick an enemy operative, and when the sniper shoots against him, he just retains the crit. So it's pretty cool, but it requires planning and foresight, and I'm not really good at that. Most of the time, I just want to go there and roll dice. That's what's fun, chucking dice at your opponent.
That's what it's all about. And Ibrahim, you've dabbled with Vespid, right?
Yeah. I've played a few teams. I've played Mandrakes, Vespids, Goremongers. I'm currently running Ravners. Vespids, really enjoyed them. I picked them up after they were buffed, which is great. So, as in, I had purchased them with Hivestorm, but had just had a newborn, so took a break from League. Took a break from Kill Team for how long was it? About 6-7 months before you started telling us to come. You told us to come back.
Like, guys, what's going on?
Life got in the way, man, honestly. And he wouldn't believe us. Bands wouldn't believe us. And then the week we were going to come back, I told him, man, I'm flying out to Japan. He's like, yeah, that's all bull. It's not true. I'm like, nah, it's when we get back. Yeah, Vespids, really, really enjoy them. I mean, I don't play them as efficiently as you do. I'm not rank 1 in Australia, right? I think did I say that, Ben? Rank 1?
That's not a big call. Not many people play Vespid.
I was rank 2 with Mandrakes in Australia, so I was happy with that.
That's solid. That is a solid score.
Yeah.
Are we keeping a tally of how many times he's told us that he came second in KTSO this podcast?
No, not second KTSO.
3 or 4.
This is something else. I'm second in terms of points. I don't know what contributes to the points on BCP. Is it just league points and tournament points?
ITC points, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm saying second in Australia, or at the end of KTSO, I was second in Australia.
Oh my God.
Who's first?
I have no idea. Do you want to call them out? Let's call them out. We'll do a mirror match. I'm not sure.
That is absolute gold. I think the thing that I personally love about the game, not only are the teams' diversities, right? They've all got different play styles, but I really like the fact that the game is changing in a way where it's getting a lot more layered strategically. So even when you look at the 2025 crit ops, if we look at 2024 versus 2025, 2024, in my opinion, was a step up from second edition, right, going into third, but it was still, compared to what we have now in the new crit ops, pretty unga bunga. You know what I mean? It was pretty unga bunga. And I think, Ibrahim, just going back to your Goremonger discussion, I think they would actually play a lot better now with the 2025 crit ops, because I don't think you've had a crack with them yet.
Yeah, no, I have not. Less killy, more objective based. Probably would have to give them another go. I don't know the 2025 crit ops too well. The missions are it feels like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like a lot of them are very hard to score 6 points. Like they've made them in a way where you can't necessarily max them out like 100% of the time. With the last pack that we had, it was very easy to go, 21 points.
I think that's an improvement though, right? So
100%.
They make you work very hard for every single point. So if you're getting 21, your opponent either is missing an action or you just outskilled them in every way. I don't mind the new TAC ops. I think I'm going senile. The primary op, that's new to this edition, isn't it? It wasn't in the previous edition.
Primary was there for 2024, but when we're talking about Octarius and back where Legionaries were released, no.
Okay, no. Yeah. So that one as well, where
and there was no kill up either phase. It was points team, and that's how Bands introduced it to us. He said points team. You're not playing a kill, and I was like, I like doing the stabbing and the shooting, but
now, by you having to take a gamble at the beginning of the game on, either kill op, tac op, or crit op, it kind of gives you like a game plan. So I've put my money on tac ops. I need to try to get it, and I'm not good at that either, because half the time I go tac ops and then the blood for the blood god and whatnot. I just want to kill things, so I forget about what my primary was.
And look, depending on the map, the crit op, and your opponent for that specific game, you might turn around and go, well, hey, I'm not going to go for the crit op. What I'm going to do is tack and kill.
Yeah,
because that's what makes sense, because they might be overpowering against my team. Ibrahim, to your point, for your Goremongers, right? It might be a little bit overwhelming for me to try and get up in there, or even attempt to get to them before they shoot me off the field. So what should I do? Should I play a bit cagey? Should I go for tack and kill where I can? And then that's the primary, I think, was introduced as the perfect tiebreaker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the TACOP plant devices, I think it was called. So I was running that. Again, I hadn't really looked at the new cards. KTSO, well, how long had the cards been out when KTSO was? It was maybe a few weeks, right?
About 4 weeks max, yeah.
Yeah. So I was running plant devices for all the rounds, and in the first 1 or 2 rounds, I realized that if I was going too killy, I was actually not scoring TACOP because they weren't touching the points. And then I was like, hold on a second. Am I like, wiping them before denying myself additional points? So it was very, very, like I said, I understood how to play it later on. But it was hard to get max that TACOP. And I think a lot of them have that balancing act.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's why I say it's a lot more layered strategically, because you might have to pick which one for each individual game. I mean, you can go in and, as Vesper, track enemy movements, but what if you're playing on Gallowdark and you can't, or Tomb Worlds and you can't, right? Then you have to kind of pivot your game a little bit.
Yeah,
that's the thing I like about it, because when we go back to like Octarius, you have people doing alpha strikes and people getting turning point 2, and then we came to 3rd edition and you weren't getting tabled, but people were still scoring max points. Ibrahim, like you mentioned, 21 to 16. Right now it's like unheard of. Well, not unheard of, but highly uncommon to max, because again, if I have to track enemy, I can't blow them all off the field, or otherwise I won't get my full 6 points for my TACOP, right?
Yeah.
So that's where it gets really interesting. And tell me, currently you've parked the Mandrakes, Ibby?
Yeah, they're sitting on the shelf with their, should I mention it again? My silver medal is sitting right behind the team.
We're up to 5, I think, or  6 bands. Do you have a tally?
Keeping the tally of how many times I'm going to milk it. No, yeah, I've parked them for now. Look, to be honest, I think competitively, I think I'd still take them over the teams that I have in my roster. Mainly because I feel like they help me get through those elites, especially when we had Deathwatch come out and they were like half the playing field of KTSO. And I know one of their units is a 2-up save. The guy with the shield, I can't remember his name, but he's a 2-up save. So I'm like, okay, well, with Mandrakes, it's a 1, 2, 3. It's a 3 down. So that's still infinitely better. He had a 5 in 6 chances of saving. Now he's got a 3 in 6 chances of saving. So I think that's the main reason, because of the playing field, and also I just love being able to just blink, just like I'm just gonna teleport to the back, to the other corner of the map and do a surprise. One thing that that worked very well for me actually was my Flame Abyssal, the guy with the blast profile. He was my last activation every single round, and I would teleport him to have line of sight in a flanking position, and then I would really hope that I got initiative first on that turning point 2, and I'd just blast. I think I did into a Nemesis player at KTSO. I think I almost wiped 3 of the 6 elites he had with 1 blast attack.
Wow.
It was very devastating.
This is why our brother Amen doesn't play Kill Team anymore.
No, I'll tell you what.
Because he rocked up with Veteran Guard and Ibrahim stomped him with the Mandrakes.
Oh, legitimately.
In the teaching game. He wasn't as gentle as you were when you were teaching.
It wasn't actually that. I'll tell you what it was, Fayez. It was...
The guy's still traumatized. That's why he doesn't play.
I'll tell you what it was. I was trying to teach him the way bands taught us, where it was, let's just use generic units that don't have all these extra abilities. And so I told him, I chose his trooper, not understanding the rule of the grouping of the troopers, where you have 2 activations.
Oh, wow.
I said, you use these troopers. You can have 7 dudes, and they all have that profile. And then I used 7 regular boys from Commando Boys, but Commando Boys are like not on par with troopers, and yeah, it was not fun. And I was just concealed the whole way and charging from conceal. It was not balanced.
No, because
he wasn't.
You weren't teaching him. You just wanted to stomp him, Ibrahim. This is our little brother.
Yeah.
Little brother,
Nah.
Massive shout out, Eamon. Please come back to Kill Team, mate.
Well, he's currently painting.
Yeah, he's painting the Aquilons. So he's got the Aquilons. I don't know if he'll ever come back.
They're a great team. They're amazing.
Yeah, well, the first time I came up against them was in KTSO, and the fact that a melter gun guy can just appear out of the sky is terrifying.
That is terrifying.
And then he's obscured for the rest of the round as well, so you can't even deal with him after he melts one of your dudes.
Wait, are you saying obscured without any smoke or anything?
That's the whole thing. When they land, they're obscured for that round.
So all of them.
He teleports
in. Wow.
Yeah, whoever teleports in with their ability that lets them drop in. So he teleports in, melts somebody, and then just hangs out obscured in the middle of nowhere. You
can still go within 2 inches of him.
You can.
Yeah.
But what was good? Yeah, I was playing Legionary, so he'd just wait for me to finish my activations, and then teleport in. Drop in. So yeah, they're quite cool. I've still got them on the sprues. I was considering selling them, but
and the models look stunning as well. Like they have really amazing models. Yeah.
Well, that's something that Games Workshop's always been good at. They're really good at the models.
Not always.
Their sculpts are phenomenal.
Well, they did start as a miniatures company, right? And then they had to 100%. Build a game around it to sell more miniatures.
They were doing miniatures for D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally, right. I've still got some of them.
Are we allowed to talk about other games on this podcast, Ben?
Of course,
all right, mate. So I was at Combat Company to buy. I can't remember what I was buying. I think I was going to get the cards for the new Crit Ops or whatever they're called, and I'd been going back and forth with old mate David. I'm saying this guy's an enabler. And he was trying to convince me to either get into Spearhead or Infinity or some other, or what's the other one? Combat Patrol. Anyway, at Combat Company, they've got that giant wall of Spearhead stuff, and I started looking at them, and I found a box of the Slaves of Darkness. I can't remember the exact, the one where they're just the barbarian-looking dudes, and the Dark Oath. The Dark Oath. The models are sick. They're absolutely anyway. $180 later, I had a box, came back home, started assembling them. I just need to paint them now. Haven't really played a serious game of Spearhead yet, but just the models are amazing. They just look so fun.
Come to my house, play Spearhead.
Yeah. What team do you run?
I've got the Seraphon.
They're like the angels with the wings and stuff.
The lizard.
Oh, the lizard guys.
Yeah. So nice. I've also got the box with the rats, the Skaven, and the Stormcast Eternals.
Yeah, nice. But I got the box. What's fun about that is you can just chuck 20 dice at once.
Exactly.
That's just fun.
Just play Big Warhammer.
No, hey, we can play Big Warhammer.
We can play Big Warhammer. I got a box that I need to open. Guess how I got that box. Guess how I got that box.
Yeah. All right.
I came second in KTSO, and I won a very, very generous gift. The prize pool was amazing, Vance. Yeah, honestly, the prize pool for those events that you're running is
I came 32nd, and I still got a prize, so that was good.
That's gold.
I got a spearhead paint kit, which was pretty good. He has the 3 Stormcast Eternals in it. And he has the pots of paint that I was going to go buy later the following week. So
worked out.
Well.
Yeah, that prize there was actually provided by HR Games. So a massive shout out to Alex and Will for sponsoring second prize. And also, first prize was through R&R Hobbies. Amazing. Thanks, guys. Third prize was through Bolt Thrower Wargaming in ACT. So a massive thanks to all of our sponsors who just, do an awesome job.
Do you remember who donated the 32nd prize?
I'll get back to you on that one.
Or was that one from your private stash, Ben?
Oh, look, I'm like that mum who puts stuff on lay-by for Christmas, right? So
Yeah.
you've like I've just got prize pool sitting there, but that's what it's all about, right?
I
Everybody
reckon
coming out and
Bands
having a
dresses
good
up
time.
as Santa on Christmas, and he goes around handing out bloody Warhammer gifts in people's stockings. 1 miniature per stocking.
Good grief, mate. No, like, honestly, I want the people who come to the GTR events to not only have a good time, but walk away with something where possible, right?
Yeah. No,
it's a good time. It's a good time.
It is.
It was. This is the longest tournament I've ever attended. 2 days, 2 full days. So it was
7
a bit exhausting.
rounds.
It's not just the length phase of the tournament. It's the mental strain after a 2-hour round is insane.
That's right.
Like you're playing like I've played. We've played card games, we've played TCGs and all that. You're talking 20-minute rounds. You're talking 50-minute rounds, best of threes, whatever it is. And then there's a 5-minute window. You can go have a drink of water, go to your next match. This is like go.
Yeah.
And
the set up and tear down as well. And yeah, that's the hardest part. Contributes part of it. So you don't want to be frazzled when you start the next round. And like when we used to travel, did you travel with us when we played Game of Thrones card game? So I used to travel.
I remember we did a Canberra. I
used to travel up and down the East Coast for tournaments for Game of Thrones card game.
Hey, you came second, didn't you? Game of Thrones regionals.
All right. My only claim to fame is I came third in the final national championships of Game of Thrones before.
There we go.
FFG killed the game and said there was not enough material
before they hit the eject button.
Before they hit the eject button, unfortunately. But it was fun, and I think what I like about our kill team community, the Area 51. Shout out to all the fellas there. Is it's kind of our kind of little meta, and that's what we had with the card game. So there was always the same group of guys. We'd travel together. You built some friendships. I'm still in contact with quite a few of them, even though the game's been dead for about 5 or 6 years now. It's good to have that little community, and you just
not some so of the guys anymore.
Well, it's quite large actually now in Penania.
We've got a pretty big community, man.
I'm pretty hopeless. I don't remember anybody's names, but shake hands, you smile, and say, "How you going, fellas?" And then I got to come back to Discord and check who they were because I'm going old. But it's good. It's good. And bands like you remind me of a friend that was playing a similar role to you for the card game that we used to play. He was just constantly making sure people are coming to tournaments, that we're practicing, that we're representing the area. So, we got to do better than the guys in,
Chatswood.
Was it Chatswood or Haymarket?
Yeah, it was Chatswood.
It was the Haymarket crew. They were like really
He was
good
always trying to deal with the Chatswood crew. The double kill games.
That's what they were called.
They have their own crew. I think they were most of them. The demographic, I think, mostly were Chinese players, right? International students. Good. But double kill.
Yeah. And having that kind of local competitive scene, that does really good for the game, right? Because over time you get sick and tired of playing mandrakes against your brother, and then you don't want to do it anymore. Right, so Ibrahim knows. Like, if he tells me I want to play Kill Team,
he stopped inviting me over to play Kill Team.
I don't want to play against the Mandrakes, man. It's not fun.
I don't play them. I hadn't played them. I hadn't played them since last KTSO. So I played them KTSO. When was the last KTSO?
The Purge.
But I didn't come to the Purge. So the previous
before.
KTSO.
Yeah.
So in the old editions, I played them in the old edition KTSO, and then I hadn't played them since, and I just brought them to this KTSO. And honestly, they play a lot better. They play a lot better in this edition, especially with the changes they've made to them.
Our good friend Ace just won Worlds with them, right?
Oh wow.
Nice.
Mandrakes won Worlds.
Mandrakes won Worlds. Ace, massive shout out, Ace, to you in the Spanish community. John Sauer, Lazarus, all of you legends. Albe, massive shout out to those guys. But Ace just came first.
Wow.
It's amazing.
The world. Yeah,
so there you go.
He beat good friend Dan as well in the final round. They were both going, I think,
What was the last matchup?
I forget what I think, what did Dan take? It escapes me, but Ace won with Mandrakes, and that was huge.
That's amazing. Amazing. Are those matches recorded, or were they
They
streamed?
They are. So I dare say one of the streamers would have had it there. You can probably watch it. I'm not sure who, but check out Warhammer Community.
Okay, I'll have a look.
You can bring it up for sure. But Ace is surgical. Ace is surgical. So is Dan. Dan won it last year with Warp Coven, and then Alexa won it the year before that. Massive shout out Alexa with Chaos Cult, and it was a mirror match the last game. So if you look at it, there are a lot of really detailed chain-enabled teams that have been winning worlds. And I think Mandrakes are pretty strong if they've got a good pilot for sure.
Yeah. That's great. That's good to hear. So maybe I'll just bring them to every competitive event until they cycle out.
Just whatever you do, just make sure you play them at home, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you free tomorrow night? Are you free tomorrow night?
Not for Mandrakes, no.
I'm not free either. It's my anniversry. If I go play Kill Team, it's over.
Happy anniversary. We don't want you to be a dead man, bro.
Yeah,
we don't want you to be a dead man walking. But tell me, the scene's pretty cool. The scene in the area. We've got leagues. We've got the monthlies. We've got an amazing group of people. But moving on to your potential next teams, what are you thinking of picking up? I can't wait for the Dark Star team to be released so I can get my hands on it. But what teams are you guys looking for?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm hopeless at keeping up, and I'm always looking back at the old teams.
Yeah.
So the inquisitorial agents, is that what they're called? The ones that you can stick the Kassakin in.
Yeah.
And I had already painted my Kassakin in an Inquisition scheme, so they're kind of like, they've got the red tunics and whatnot. So I came up against them in KTSO, and they just, again, their abilities were cool. That's all. I don't know how good they are competitively. I'm probably going to get overwhelmed because they are another 12 model team, I think, almost. But I'm considering them. I probably do want to pick up another elite team, but not sure, to be honest. I just go off recommendations from you, Bands, and Ibrahim, and a couple of other fellas who are a lot more in tune. It just has to be, the flavor has to be cool. That's what gets me. And then you come 32nd out of 50 at a tournament, but that's fine.
The rule of cool is the best rule that's out there, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Just play to have fun. Like I said, I didn't know anything about the game. I didn't know anything about the Mandrakes when they were the first team I bought off. Bands had a spare set, and I just said, "Oh, I'll take them off here." They were the first team I bought. And I had no idea how they played. I just knew that they were wielding some sick-looking blades, and they all had these, emo doos. And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. These guys look really edgy." So
you didn't sweat it on Reddit?
No, I don't do tier lists, man. You know me, Fayez. In whatever game I play off meta. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're off meta or were ever off meta, but I don't go and chase tier lists and want to get the best team. Like right now, like I said, I'm playing Raveners. I've only played 2 rounds with them. They're my first elite team. Very cool thematically. I'm like my brother. I love playing for theme. So the Raveners, the Goremongers with their blood tanks, they sound sick. So right now I don't have my eyes on any team. I'm waiting for something to pop up that has, again, very unique mechanics. I don't want to just play another flavor of Space Marine or another flavor of veteran guards. I want to play teams that have very unique mechanics. So I'm on the lookout. I don't know what's coming up. I haven't been paying attention.
Battleclad looked cool for me because I like servitors and all that, but that also looked like a team that requires a lot of brain power to
maximum
play effectively. Because everybody can be a threat with the counter. What is it? The network counteract or something?
Yeah, the transferring of APL.
Yeah. I remember I played a game. My opponent went to great lengths explaining to me how it works, and I'm like, "Yep." And then on turning point 1, I got multi-gunned by a counter gun rack. And then after it happened, I'm like, "You told me this was going to happen." And he goes, "Yeah, I did." And I'm like, "Well, that's what happens when you're not paying attention."
Hey, speaking of thematic and cool, when you get a chance, go into the Discord and have a look at the Kill Team hobby channel. Chang from Canberra has painted his battle clade like Submariners, old school Submariners,
nice.
and it looks absolutely sick. He's printed out the heads in 3D.
Wow.
And it's old like fishbowl, helmet. It looks insane. It looks absolutely insane. But Battle Clade are a serious team, in my opinion. Ibrahim, maybe the Warp Talons, the guys, the
new Chaos
the next
Elites.
Box. Yeah.
Are they melee, like melee only? I've got too many. Yeah, I've got too many melee only teams, man. But they do look sick, and they've got all the mutated hands and claws and whatnot. They do look sick. I'm looking at what you were talking about on the hobby channel. Holy, those servitors look amazing. How did he do those helmets?
He printed them out. Massive shout out, Chang. We love the work you do.
That is amazing. And the sand base and the coral and that's phenomenal. I love it.
He goes hard. He's actually raised it as well, right? So he's modeling for disadvantage. But it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. The Dark Star team is definitely my next team. And if you listen to Can You Roll a Crit, his review, massive shout out, John. And you hear how they've built the team. And if you look at some of the rules, it looks immaculate. It looks like one of the most well-balanced teams you'll ever see. And I'm going to be painting up mine full Weep style, Evangelion style. I can't wait.
Nice.
But that's just going to be my little, everybody who knows me, knows that I have no time to spend on painting my teams. This is the actual team I'm going to sit down and paint.
Wow.
Literally.
Is it an elite team?
I'm looking at it now. There's 5.
There's
5 Tau and the 3 drones or 2 drones. What's that last thing?
It's a little,
These
provide seek.
Do they work different to Pathfinders? Like they don't run with marker lights and whatnot?
Oh no, they got marker lights and everything, but they've each got different things. One's like the Grenadier, one's like effectively a sniper. The leader does things like they've all got really cool mechanics. They've all got really cool mechanics, but they're heavy. They're CP heavy because they can do things like fly for 1 CP. They can do some really cool things. They can. They've got ploys that allow them to fall back at the start of a turning point. You can't shoot them if you're outside of 3 inches from them, like literally not targetable.
They have the shade, like the shade strains.
But these are proper stealth suits, right? So shade strain has like a helmet and a couple of shoulder pads, so he's not targetable outside of 6. These guys are the real deal, not targetable outside of 3.
Wow. Nasty. How do you play around that? I mean, you rush them in melee, but how? Is there any is there any way to shoot them?
Oh, they're engaged.
Is it just always on?
Yeah, concealed.
So there's no.
You can run them out. You can run them out and just have them in the middle of nowhere, and they can't be shot because they're literally. I don't know if you know the whole thematic thing with the stealth suits, but people have printed them out in clear resin before just to show that they're unseen. It's basically like a mini ghost kill walking around. They're phenomenal.
That's amazing. They're going to be really annoying to deal with.
Yeah, but hopeless in melee. Absolutely hopeless in melee.
And what's their stat? What's their hit points? What are they looking at?
So they're looking at about I think 12. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so not Space Marine tanky.
No.
But,
so three APL, 6-inch move, 3 up save, 12 wounds.
Okay.
Obviously, leader with 13. Yeah.
And then their melee profile is just weapon butt. I'm assuming.
Absolute garbage. Fists, 3 dice, sitting on 4s, 3/4.
Okay. Nothing special there. Cool. And the drones.
Kiss them.
And the drone, And the drones. So 2 drones. I'm just looking at them now. 2 drones with guns on them. So I'm assuming they're combat drones.
Yep.
And
So
then one of those.
2 APL, 4 up save, 7 wounds.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then on the flip side, you've got the absolutely cooked Black Fangs Ghost Pack, which are the new Phobos Space Wolf Scouts, which have a storm that is basically 12 and a bit more inches across the board and buffed to the next week.
Wow. So this drops next week.
I can't keep up,
they're
fellas.
buffed. They're buffed. They're buffed like you wouldn't believe. I'd be surprised if we don't get an errata on some of their stuff, maybe 4 weeks into it, because they're seriously cooked.
They've got a doggo as well. Wow.
We love a doggo.
Yeah.
A direwolf.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. It's a direwolf,
Very nice.
not a doggo.
Aren't you a Game of Thrones fan?
I am.
What's up with that?
They're pretty sick.
Oh, that's great. I love the shaman look for their.
How many teams do they aim to release a year? Because there's been quite a few.
Look, I think it's eight per year on average, right?
And this is the last set for this year.
Well, you look at it, yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Well, this will be the last set. Look at it from a season perspective, right? This will be the last set for this year, but maybe the next box with the Sororitas and the Warp Talons gets released early next year, fingers crossed. And I think that'll be it for year one out of the season. Because
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, year two.
Yeah.
Year two.
And next year's the first team start cycling out, right? Or is that the year after?
No. So after, it's written. There was no announcement or anything like that. Yeah. But Lynette reminded me that after Worlds, all of the Blooded, Phobos, all of those teams actually got cycled out into declassified.
Okay. So for official tournaments, it'll just be running classified teams,
for World Championships of Warhammer tournaments like Tacoma. Yeah.
What about our local tournaments like KTO, Purge? You're not sure yet?
It's up to TOs. I think something with the likes of the Purge and KTSO, it will be declassified teams only. But for the dig and leagues and so forth, it'll be different. I mean, this dig we've got happening in December is going to be declassified only.
Ooh, declassified only.
Just
Let's see if I've got any declassified teams. I buy the next best team every time they come out.
Come borrow one of mine, mate. I've got a couple here or there.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. Oh, that's gold. So when you're looking at the game and you're comparing it to everything else you guys currently play or have played, where do you rank Kill Team in amongst it all?
That's a difficult question, Benz. So I'm always down to play Kill Team. So that's how I would rank it. Would I go out of my way to call Ibrahim and tell him bring your mandrakes over to have a match? Absolutely not. But if someone does say, "Hey, do you want to play a game?" And we got terrain ready and whatnot, well, definitely I'll have a game. So that's how I would rank it. Ibrahim?
Look, I've always wanted to play miniatures games. Like I've been painting miniatures since my brother got me Battle for McCraig. Right, so I've never played until I was introduced to Kill Team, and then honestly, the whole tactical nature of it, the back and forth, the strategy, the think, it feels like you're playing chess, but with really cool looking pieces, and you get to put your hobby on the table, like your many hours of painting and then making it look as pretty as possible. You get to put it on the table. It's beautiful game. Definitely up there. Like I'm looking to sell my cardboard boxes that are unused, my other board games, to fund more Kill Team.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, I think. He sees play. He sees play, and there's it's not just Kill Team, just the hobby in general that we're all involved in. Like the sitting down and building the miniatures gives you a piece of its own. The painting gives you a piece of its own. It's just all.
Actually, I really enjoy assembling the minis. Painting for me sometimes feels a bit of a slog, but that's because I think I hold myself to very high standards, and then I see Ibrahim's painting that he just smashes, and then I just feel disheartened. But getting better. I think that's the only way.
It all starts, man. Yeah. You just got to keep practicing. You've improved a lot since you painted your first team. And look, we've got products like contrast paints and all that now. So the slap chop works. You can get some really good quality with slap chop.
Yeah,
you don't need to learn to wet blend and
that's right. I remember when you tried to teach me about painting and you got to highlight and do this and zenithal and it was just like, I don't have time for this. Like, I've got 30 minutes to paint a mini, and I don't want to watch 40 hours of YouTube tutorials. So the contrast paints have been definitely a big help. And obviously getting inspiration from people that are much more creative than me. So I definitely go have a poke around Reddit and Discord and see some nice color schemes and go, you know what, I'm going to attempt to make that. And that way it just becomes a paint by colors exercise for me. And that's relaxing anyway. It's something to do to kind of help you zone out and pass some free time you have on the weekends.
It's very therapeutic, honestly.
It is. That's what it is.
I mean, I mainly just build and assemble terrain and paint it, but even on that level, it's pretty therapeutic. It feels like you're accomplishing something for sure.
Yeah.
Gents, thank you very much for sharing with us your journey through Kill Team. It's been phenomenal. Hearing it, I wanted to have you both on the show because even though, you're brothers, obviously, your perspectives are a little bit different of the game as well. And that's really good to see that kind of diversity because Kill Team, in my opinion, and the hobby in general, talks to, many different kinds of people, many different levels of neurodiversity, many different personalities, right? Many different attitudes. But it's great to see that two individuals like yourselves, get the same satisfaction out of the game at different flavors, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Before we go, is there anybody you'd like to shout out? Any of your team? Any people?
Yeah,
go for it.
I want to make a shout out to David, who owns about, I think, 20 kill teams, but he hardly plays. So, David, we need to see more of you. Shout out to everybody in the Area 51. Screech in particular.
Area 51 represent.
Screech in particular. He's not in the Area 51.
He's not in the Area 51, but he's always there.
He's a dirty nurgling.
Okay, all right. Well,
right.
Shout out to him anyway because
he's just scouting. He's just scouting the scene.
Yeah.
He just wants to know what we're playing and how we're
playing.
playing.
He's got the patience of a saint because I think I've been asking him the same line of sight question for 18 months straight, and he answers it every time. So thank you very much, Screech. Really appreciate you. And yeah, to all the other great fellas down at Panania Diggers every Wednesday. It's
100%. And how can we forget? How can we forget? Bands,
of course.
Thank you for introducing us to this to this beautiful hobby, and we got to meet a lot of great people. So thank you. Thanks again.
It was my pleasure to hit you with that addiction, right?
Yeah. I'm struggling with another one that just started about 2 weeks ago.
We won't talk about it.
We won't talk about it.
30 TCG players.
I have to ration my money now between two hobbies. It's a problem.
There clearly only is one choice, right, Ibrahim?
Yeah. Just one. I'm gonna start selling some of my plastic and transform it into cardboard. I think.
Gents, thanks once again to everybody listening. A massive thank you for chiming in. This recording will be up within the week, and hopefully Dead Silence will be up by then as well. Stay tuned for next episode, and thanks again for joining us. Cheers, gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man. Take care.